Alright, I'm gonna try something new today and I'm gonna review a movie, a film. And this is not lessons learned from, this is a review of Rogue One, a Star Wars story. And I'm gonna try to make it less than 5 minutes long. So, here's the only problem I had with it. I'll start with that. The beginning was kind of weird, like kind of random. You don't know who's who yet. I was thinking it was going to be Leia as the main character. I didn't know, I guess. That was not a disappointment, but it was just a confusion. Because I'm like, that's not Leia, is it Leia? Is it supposed to be Leia? Why does she have an accent? Then I realized it's not Leia. Then the story started to actually take shape, and then it grew on me. So, other than that, it was great. Visual, excuse me. This cough does not want to go away. I still do things in one take, just because it's a review, that doesn't change anything. Nor is this scripted. So now I only have 4 minutes left. Anyway, great things are the visuals made it feel like a war. Star Wars should feel like it's a war when you're watching it, and I didn't feel that in the old movies as much. These ones really take shape as like skirmishes are occurring, battles are happening. Do we actually do this fight or do we not, because lots of it is at stake, etc. Visually, action, all that was great because it tied into the title, Star Wars. Okay? The CGI was on point. I didn't feel like it was bad. Star Wars, in general, Star Wars movies are pretty good with that. The way that the music, it's like the typical. They don't use they for the most part don't use the canon Star Wars, not canon, like the standard Star Wars themes. You hear like a brief Imperial March. You hear like the other one, whatever it is, not the main theme, but it tied in based on the fact that I said it's a war. It feels like a war. The music tied in nicely with that. You feel the sense of urgency as things are happening, and it tied the movie in together. The music, the score, the plot. My only flaw, I don't know if I mentioned this, but it was only in the beginning where it was kind of like, but the plot grew on me. And even more so, what they did a great job of was explaining why the Death Star has a flaw, explaining how Leia gets the plans, showing the amount that was at stake, and showing the amount of sacrifice, the amount of like people that devoted themselves to make sure that these plans were delivered. What else? What I really liked is Vader was in it, but they didn't overuse him. They put him in very briefly in a scene, and then again at the end. That's not a spoiler, because if you know anything about the Star Wars storylines, this is right before A New Hope. So naturally you're going to see him. Because if New Hope starts with Vader finding Leia, what do you think happens at the end of this movie? Supposedly it's minutes before A New Hope. So yeah, overall this movie I give it like, I'm trying to give this a number that actually has a value. I'm going to say 7.5 out of 10. Based on the fact that it's not a main storyline, so that's why I'm taking away points. It's not part of the main episodic films, but the weighting of like the characters and everything else brought it up there for me. I'm not a fan of these subplots and not so much prequel, but like sub stories and filler stories. I'm not a fan of those. But this one was definitely in the upper echelon of that. That's why I liked it. It grew on me, and the characters really made me enjoy the film. It actually had a lot of comedic moments, and you really felt a loss at the end of the movie when the movie ends. Let me just say that. So that's all I have to say. Star Wars Rogue One, give it a chance. Watch it if you're a Star Wars fan, because it ties in nicely into A New Hope. Alright, that's all for now. I'm going to keep reviewing things as I go, and take care and have a great day.